I'll never forget the first time I declared myself homeless. I'll never forget the feeling, the fear that I had. But I just drank. That always took it away.
In Glasgow, Scotland's largest city, homelessness continues to be a serious social problem. With no easy solutions in sight, this film will explore the new, innovative ways which people in Glasgow are using to try and solve the issue. Formerly homeless Brian now works for Social Bite, a chain of cafes who donate 100% of their profits to social causes throughout Scotland and beyond. But for Brian, it's been a long and a hard road.
I've had problems with alcohol in the past, and I used to drink a lot, and basically I got homeless. I became homeless for all that stuff. I was chucked out of the house, 17, my mum's house. I had my own tendencies a few times, but kept getting flung out because just alcohol basically played a part in my life back then. I ended up in prison as well at a time in my life, just because of my drinking, and just progressed from there. And I was homeless, but I drank when I was 15, 16, but at that time it was just as you do. I drinking all the time. It's probably about 18, 19, I get stabbed when I was younger, and probably when that happened, that's when it kicked off. I think now it's a lot more dangerous, definitely. One of my good friends, he's 6, 7 years sober. He was a lot older, but he was like, we drank together, and it was only me and him that survived really. The rest of them died. I think there was about 8 years that drank together, and 6 of them died. 5 of them died, and one of them's in Alisdair, serving life for he murdered somebody when he was drunk. I'm very lucky, I'm fortunate, but I'm very grateful for the chances that I've been given. Because I never worked, I couldn't see myself working at any stage until over the last kind of year, 2 years maybe, if I was getting myself better. I realised that I had potential to, it was just about getting a chance. Because my trip to prison was alcohol related, but because as soon as I mentioned that, as soon as I even said I was in prison, people just they didn't even ask what I was in for. They kind of, it's like, you've been in prison, you can't work with us. It was like no discrimination, because obviously I've done something wrong and I had to pay the price. But Social Bite gave me that chance.
We're like almost like a little stopping point for people, because our regulars will come in and they'll have a chat with us. And how many people actually talk to a homeless person? Do you know what I mean? They don't actually like ask them how their day is, or ask them what they're up to, or do you know what I mean? So it's because what they're getting is people putting up the blank and putting up a front, don't want to speak to them. They might give them change or whatever, but they don't want to actually. And it's a big thing to ask just someone, how are you doing? Like, what's going on in your life. So I think that we've actually probably made a huge difference to a lot of people, and it's just my frustration is getting more people to know about us. That's my main issue, is to get the word out there and to get as many people knowing what it is we do, because I do think it's a really important thing. I think because they know that they're paying for food, that's a really key point, because if you give somebody £2, then what they do with that £2 is completely up to them. That could be supporting a habit, that could be a bus fare, you just don't know what it is. So the fact is that they're paying for food and they know that someone's going to come in and get a meal out of it, then I think that encourages people. And people will come in and buy a coffee and then they'll say, can I suspend a meal deal, which is a sandwich, a soup and a bit of fruit, and that's only $4.95, which to them is maybe nothing, but even as to serve somebody that's just coming in for a coffee and going, I'll get somebody a sandwich or something, to me it's like, wow, that's really kind. So that's why we do like our loyalty card. That's why we are really super friendly, because without our customers we can't do it.
I think that if you can eat ethically, then you should. So if it's available in Glasgow, then I'll eat at Social Bite. So I think they probably are making quite a big difference, even if it's on just like a person-to-person scale, especially saying there's 1 in 4 of the employees used to be homeless and stuff. So even if it's not making like a grand worldwide change, I think step by step, grassroots.
because of my circumstances, I've been down the route like homelessness and that before, so see having a place like this when I was homeless, I've been in here all the time.
He's one of my best members of staff. He'll come in and he'll do anything I ask for him. He's like willing to come in, and he's, you know, so I really do think it is making a difference. Like, you know, for someone like Brian, like when he was saying what his circumstances were, like, you know, he might not be here, do you know what I mean, if we didn't have this place. So when you look at it like that, like it's like, you know, it's a huge difference. Like everyone of my staff is passionate about the business, like regardless of whether they're from a homeless background or not, and that's what we need. I think for Brian it's huge because now he's got a structure. Like he can only work 11 hours for us, so he comes in every Tuesday, Wednesday, so he's set shifts, so I think that might help. Do you know what I mean? And it does, it's given him a lot more confidence. Like, just even the fact that I can phone him up and go, someone's not turned up, can you come in? Like, and he's like, yeah, or no, I can't. But yeah, you can see a massive difference in people.
David McKeever of charity Shelter Scotland spoke of how homelessness can affect anyone at any time.
An old stereotypical view that a homeless person is a single man who's got a drink problem, who has a beard, and who needs help to improve his life. But actually, the facts are that homeless people and households cover every aspect of our society, and that there is no one type of homeless person. So typically, homeless people are families who work and who've fallen on difficult times.
William is homeless and has been forced to sleep rough in the past. He now lives in the Kingston Halls homeless shelter.
I'm homeless, got kicked out of the house, evicted for rent arrears, just because I was taking Valium every day, drinking. And 8 months passed and I found out I had rent arrears. A letter came from court saying I had eviction notice, and that was me at 22nd, and came in here on the 22nd. So that was it. Best hostel I've been in Glasgow. Quality staff, low FD constant, make sure you're alright, make sure you're going the right way. If you're not, you're out the door. You've got a caseworker that talks to you if you're suffering from depression or anything, that's and they just help you through things. If you're having money problems, talk about you through money problems, drink problems, whatever. They refer you to places and that. So look out for you. 22 job interviews I've had, and I've not had anything because of my criminal record. They made me sleep in the streets for 22 days to become a Glasgow resident as a Hamish Allen. Sleeping in the streets in the snow, getting woke up by a police, getting lifted. Usual. They tell you they'll move you along and find you again and they'll take you back to the Hamish Allen. The Hamish Allen already tell you like there's no vacancies for you, so you need to go find your own place. When you sleep in the streets and the police lift you, take you back again, same thing over and over again.
The Rucksack Project is an organisation made up solely of volunteers, striving to help rough sleepers.
The Rucksack Project is an event that's been set up last year and this year in Glasgow through a guy called Matthew White, who's based in Bristol. And Matthew had one day been passing a homeless person and decided to go home and fill a rucksack full of warm clothing and give it to him. And that's exactly what he did. From that, an event started in Bristol a few years ago, and it's then went kind of countrywide, and it's become a bit of a worldwide thing actually, because there's been events set up all over the world. But in the UK, the Glasgow one has certainly been massive last year, and this year again, just looking at what's happening today, I think it's going to surpass last year's event. You know, so mainly it's about helping the homeless people, people that are vulnerable and rough sleepers. I think it makes at least a small difference. I think even just knowing that people are being kind and they've got a kind thought for people. I know that giving somebody a rucksack isn't a massive thing. It's certainly not going to get them off the streets, but it's going to give them an extra layer of clothing that's going to keep them warmer. And I think the fact that people care is the thing. We shouldn't be in this situation at all, of course, but we are. So as human beings, we're naturally kind-hearted, and this is something that proves that. Over and over again for me. It's like we're so kind. When people have an opportunity to give, they will give.
Between the years 2013 and 2014, over 36,000 households in Scotland made homeless applications to their local councils. Homelessness continues to torment Scottish communities, but fortunately for Brian, he now finally has a place to live and looks forward to a brighter, more positive future.
Been in my house, I stay in Living Greenock. I moved in there, I was in rehab in 2008, and I stayed, I got offered a flat there and took it, and I've been there for November, in my flat, November 2008. It's the longest I've been in a flat. It's gave me good self-esteem back, I feel worthy, I'm on track, I get money. Obviously I'm in college as well now, and it's made me more confident within myself. It shows the homeless people today that anything's possible if you're willing to put work in and you can achieve. And hopefully I can help people, especially the homeless. I know I've been there, so.